This video has been brought to you by GenXGlow FM, Dubstep Radio.
Hey, what's up? This is Eric from GenXGlow.com. I'm here with Atlanta's finest, Mayhem. What's going on, man?
Chilling, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. We're actually here in Greensboro, North Carolina, courtesy of Deep Cover Movement for a little trap step introduction here. Tell us what you're going to be playing for us tonight.
Tonight I'm going to play all kinds of shit, really. A little bit of dubstep, probably some rap music, and drum and bass maybe at the end.
Cool. Well, I know you're out here promoting your First Blood EP. Massive release, 4 tracks. Got Mark Instinct, Bear, TL, Logum. I mean, tell us a little bit about how all that came together. I mean, it looked like a lot of work to me.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it was a long time in the making as to like when we started producing the records till when they actually came out. But essentially, it started with Crypt Keeper. Me and Logum and TL just got in the studio and we're writing a bunch of tunes, and we came out with Crypt Keeper, sent it over to Diesel Boy when it was kind of halfway done, and he was really into it, wanted to put it out, gave us a bunch of like pointers on where he kind of wanted to see it go, and so that was really the first one. And then I feel like shortly after that, Mark Instinct was in town for a show that I had him play, and we did Nerds. Pretty much just like busted it out in like 2 days.
I really like that one.
Thank you. But really, like with all this stuff on the EP, we're just trying to go for like concepts with the tracks. That's why like Crypt Keeper was like kind of like Halloween, like horror kind of thing, and then Nerds was a play on the movie Nerds. But just stuff with a theme. You know, I'm really into themes. No matter what the track is, I always want something to have like a really solid concept like that, and just something that can articulate or just kind of.
I know that really jives well with Diesel Boy. He's really into that theme idea and the whole concept. Yeah. We interviewed him not too long ago, and that was kind of his big mantra too, so that's really cool to hear.
No, he definitely kills it. With any project that he does, it's like always super ornate details, and he really tries to create an experience. And I feel like my favorite songs have been the ones that have kind of had a theme to them, and like, you know, there's tons of great tunes that are just drums and bass and, you know, leads and effects and stuff like that, but for me, I always want to like just try to make something that's more conceptual and like can be like a place and a time and an experience more than just like a beat.
No, man, that's great. I mean, the Brick Squad anthem, it's fucking massive tune. Skrillex, all the trap all-stars have dropped it and have supported it. Flux Pavilion, I mean, it's just like a massive tune. It is now the trap anthem. It is not the Brick Squad anthem, it is the trap anthem. So tell us about how that came together with Andy Serum and that relationship. I mean, it's a massive track.
Well, the track came together, it was like maybe our third or fourth collaboration that we had done. I was going out to San Fran a lot, just playing gigs, and I was working with a bunch of different people when I was out there. And Anti-Serum always been on my short list of dudes that I wanted to work with. So I went over and worked with him for a couple days, and then we first did BTL Dub. Kind of like worked on that in like different sessions. I think maybe even like there's 3 trips I think that it took for us to kind of wrap that one up. But after that we did So High, which is the flip that came out on Smog, and both of those were kind of.
Which makes so much sense for Smog.
Totally. But we basically it's just not slightly conceptual with that, not as much as maybe some other projects, but we wanted to really kind of bridge our sounds, and so you know, I've always been kind of incorporating some like Atlanta style elements into my records. Since I started making dubstep, even with like down to my first release, which is called 10 Ton that I did on Subway, it's like it's got 808 hats, like, and it's kind of focused on that, you know. So when we started to make Brick Squad, the trap sound, which I'll just go on record, like I don't make trap music, or at least Brick Squad and all that other shit. It's not,
to be argued.
Yeah, that's why I call it to be argued, because it's not trap music. If it's not rapping about killing motherfuckers or slanging fucking cocaine, then
in the suburbs,
it's not it's not trap music then at that point.
Okay.
For me, so it's like everyone's calling it trap music, and I'll expand upon that later with some projects that I have coming up that kind of say something about it. But as for right now, it's just like I'm not making trap. You know, I'm making club music, and it has trap.
It's all bass music.
But so with Brick Squad Anthem, or like Flostradamus and Bauer and all these guys were like really like championing that sound and like bringing it out, and it was kind of taking a lot of elements of things that me and Heroes and Villains had been incorporating at home for a minute, and it really brought it to the main stage. And if it wasn't for them, like they both like together just blew that shit out of the water. Uzi as well. I mean, there's a ton of guys I can name off. I'm sorry if I didn't name you right now. I love you. But it's you know, we just wanted to make something that was in that line, and just make a different tune than the other, like everything that we've done. We want it to be different. So yeah, really, we were messing around and pulled up a bunch of the Waka Flocka ad-lib sounds, samples and shit that we just pulled out of records, and it kind of just came together real quick. And I thought it was a big tune when we were writing it, but I didn't think it was going to do the kind of numbers that it did online and stuff like that. So I'm blown away by the response to it. It's awesome.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's definitely one of the tunes that I think brought trap out to, you know, to a lot of people. I mean, it really reached out to a lot of people. Skrillex played that, and with Flux Pavilion in that fucking dirt-ass club, looked like a sick-ass party.
Seeing him and all the other guys play it, like, yeah, it's crazy for me.
Yeah, I mean, it really brought it in. I mean, it was definitely one of the movements that brought it into the conscience of people. So, tell us a little bit about the Bay, what is it, the Bay Dub?
BTL.
BTL, yes, excuse me. The BTL release. That's your latest Anti-Serum collab, 2 tracks. And you've got some other stuff going on right now. I went and saw Anti-Serum not too long ago, and he's been playing a little bit of other collabs with you guys. What's going on with that?
We got a bunch of new ones. Nothing that's really been out there yet on the internet. We're just kind of finishing them and making sure they're 100% before kind of circulating them at all. But we got a couple new records. One's called Spend It. The other one's called Let's Go. And both the records I'm really into. We're both really happy with them, and we're just kind of like doing the final touches on them right now, get them mastered. And
we're antsy, man.
Yeah, they're definitely coming soon. So Spend It's going to be the next one. That's going to be the next thing that we push out. But I'm actually going back out to San Fran on Monday so that we can write some more music, and got all kinds of cool stuff going right now. So with Anti-Serum and just kind of like all kinds of different projects going. So it's definitely a super cool time, because you're really starting to see the major labels and even like in the indie artists, like they're really accepting of where the sound's going right now. And we wanted to push for a long time, me and Heroes and Villains, kind of like crossing over dubstep with rap and you know, just that like pop mentality, kind of making songs rather than making a beat. And it's really coming full circle now with like the new wave of club sound that's coming out right now.
That's good. Well, so you got so much music going on. So tell us about the drum and bass remix that you got going on right now. Super sick. I mean, it's like a fresh perspective. It's really cool. I think it really brings, again, full circle with the drum and bass sound. Tell us a little bit about that.
So my latest release is a remix of Demo from Seattle, and it's a track of his called OD. Definitely was a big tune for me when it came out on Human originally. Played it a shitload, and was stoked when Diesel Boy asked me to remix it. We actually tried remixing it like 3 times. I was working on it with Counter-Strike for a while, because he had done a drum and bass remix of it with Geen, and
which is absolutely sick.
Definitely super dope. So it was kind of hard to live up to that one. But they had done that remix, and then he was trying to get me and Counter-Strike together to do a new remix of it, and we kept trying and like made like 3 versions of it, like totally start from scratch versions, and it just wasn't coming together. And eventually I just decided to do the one on my own and kind of put the trap rap-ish sound onto it.
A couple gun clocks.
Yeah. So I got in the studio and I like literally, I don't think I've worked as hard on a record as I worked on that one, like just slaving like till I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore, like 5 days a week, really just working hard on it. And the response has been awesome. Like tons of homies have reached out and said they really like the record, and they're starting to creep into the charts now on Beatport, so I'm super stoked with it. I'm just looking forward to wrapping up the next material and pushing that out.
Cool, man. Well, I guess just to wrap it up, like what's forthcoming from you? I know that Counterpoint just rolled through Atlanta. Atlanta's just blowing up right now with, you know, this whole trap sound, to be argued. What's next for you? I mean, trap at festivals? I mean, what's going on with that?
I don't know where it's gonna go. I know where we're trying to take it right now, and it's really kind of getting some of the major Atlanta artists on board with it. And it's just a move that me and Heroes and Villains have been kind of grinding out for a while now. Like we've been, I mean, he used to engineer for T.I., was his vocal engineer for several of his albums. So he's got a lot of connections in that.
And that original Choppers tracks. Sick.
So that's a project that you're gonna see dropping soon. Is his Run the Trap EP. There's also gonna be a remix from me of original Choppas, and he's remixing Brick Squad Anthem. So you can watch out for those.
Tip for tat.
Yeah, they're gonna come out as a little package. But yeah, like I was saying, we've just been trying to bridge the gaps, you know, and really just get creative with it, and just kind of, we're working with a lot of rap producers in Atlanta, and then also trying to work with the artists and just get some official remixes going and just some actual collaborations where we're just creating stuff. But really, like, it's not about being trap or dubstep or like whatever. It's just, we want to kind of just push the boundaries and see where we can take it, and like just looking for more open-minded artists. And luckily a lot of the guys are extremely receptive to it, and they're feeling it, and they want to do something that's different. So it's cool because Atlanta's rap sound has really kind of dominated the world over, and it's become like the forefront of like rap music and the epicenter for a lot of just the music industry in general. So it's really cool to have that kind of backing at home, that like the A&Rs and the artists and the management, and they're all fucking with it, and they're trying to put something new and interesting together.
Cool, man. Thanks for your time, man. I'm really looking forward to your set. It's gonna be sick, man. Eric with GenXGlow, and we're out.